Well, let's get this show on the road. Hello, everybody. Welcome to After Action Report, your numbers recap show for all Schmoedown matches to keep you caught up on all the action. I am your host, Megs, here for the Call to Action podcast channel. If you watched the episode last week, you know that we've been looking at match accuracies. We looked at the singles division last week as well as the IG division. This week, we're going to be finishing that off by looking at the teams and Star Wars divisions. Let's go ahead and jump into the match accuracies for the teams division first. I am starting in 2016, as I mentioned last week, because of the structure and the type of rounds that were in that very first 2015 teams tournament. I am deciding not to include them because of the changes that it makes to the accuracies when you limit down the number of rounds that are in the matches and the point structures therein. So 2016 is going to be our benchmark start. And not too surprising, there is a pretty steady increase in average accuracies from 2016 all the way down to our present season, 2021. Now, you will note that the 2016 to 2017 season is the year that they transitioned from 6 questions in round 1 to 8. And it has been 8 up until this year, where we're going to be changing to the 10 round 1 question format moving into season 9. Now, as opposed to the singles division, which I noted last week, there was not a statistically significant change in the average accuracies between 2016 and 2017 when it comes to the teams division. Now, you will note, though, that between 2018 and 2019, and 2019 and 2020, there was a significantly increased jump in the average accuracies. All the other seasons, you see about a 4% difference between seasons. In these two, 2018 and 19 to 20, we're seeing closer to a 7 or 8% gap. So what's the story behind the 2 significant jumps in match accuracies from 18 to 19 and from 19 to 20? Well, my prevailing theory is it was Anarchy Tournament that happened in 2018, and it had a lasting effect on how the teams division was perceived and how much effort teams were putting into strategy and preparation as the seasons progressed after Anarchy. So the Anarchy Tournament, specifically for the teams division, has had a lasting effect on how the teams are approached and how competition is approached overall. So that could be part of the reason for the change in the landscape of the increase of match accuracy from season to season. But moving forward, as I said, overall, there is still an upward trend in the match accuracies from season to season. Looking specifically at teams that were able to achieve top 3 match accuracy across multiple seasons and multiple times within a season, the Odd Couple has 4 instances of a top 3 match accuracy across 3 different seasons. That was 2019, twice in 2020, and once again in 2021. Technically, that was the Otter Couple, but I'm going to go ahead and count it towards their overall record. Our next team is going to be Top 10, Shazam, and Final Exam. All 3 of these teams had 3 instances of a top 3 match accuracy across 2 seasons. Top 10 did it in 2016 twice, and then once again in 2018. Shazam has 2 top 3 match accuracies in 2019, and then again in 2021. Final Exam 2020, they have 2 instances of a top 3, and once again in 2021. Looking at our next team, Wolves of Steel, which had all 3 of the top 3 matches in one season, and that was 2017. So all 3 of those match accuracies you see in the top 3 for the year 2017 was matches where Wolves of Steel were involved. Moving into our next group, we have Who's the Boss and Founding Fathers, both having 2 instances of a top 3 match accuracy across 2 seasons. Who's the Boss did it in 2018 and 2020, and Founding Fathers did it in 2019 and 2020. Our final team is going to be the OG team, the Schmoes, who did it twice in the season of 2016. Next, we're going to jump into the Star Wars matches. Now, you will see that I start in 2017 and I have it run through 2019. Officially, the league was introduced in 2017. However, I will make an honorable mention of a 2016 match between Force Bros and the Council, which consisted of Sam Witwer, Freddie Prinze Jr., John Campea, and Ken Knapsack, respectively. This was a team's Star Wars match, as I noted, and their accuracy was an 82.3. So why am I including multiple seasons in that first line there? Well, the reason is between 2017 and 2019, we only had a total of 10 matches in the Star Wars division. It wasn't until 2020 that the division really took off as far as having frequency of matches. We even only still had 10 matches inside of 2020, moved up to 25 when we get into 2021. But regardless, in order to have a legitimate average as well as a lowest and an actual top three, that didn't just include all three matches that were inside that one season, I combined the 2017 all the way through 2019 seasons. So the overall trend still stands. We are seeing a steady increase from season to season. However, the margin between the lowest score and the average, as well as the average and the top three match accuracies, stays within 15% versus 20% or more of a gap that we see in other divisions. That is mainly due to the fact that Star Wars is such a unforgiving division in that you can have a very high accuracy but still come away with a loss because of the specificity of this division specifically. I will make special note of a match there in 2021. That top three, the first one there is a 100% match accuracy. And the only thing that separated the two competitors wasn't their accuracy, it was the potential points earned because one competitor checked down to multiple choice on one question. Like I said, Star Wars is a cutthroat division. Looking at the Star Wars competitors that were able to achieve a top three match accuracy across multiple seasons, we're looking at Laura Kelly, who did it 4 times across 2 different seasons. Now, she did it twice between the 2017 and 2019 seasons, as well as twice during the 2020 season. We look at Andrew DeMolanta, he was able to do it 3 times across 3 different divisions. So he did it once in that 2017 to 2019 spread, as well as also in 2020 and 2021. Alex Damon has a high accuracy in the top 3 across 2 different seasons and 3 total instances, doing it twice in the 2017 to 2019 seasons and once again here in 2021. Joseph Scrimshaw was able to do it twice across 2 seasons. His were in the 2017 to 2019 era, as well as in 2020. And to round out this crew is Gold Leader, who in his rookie season of 2021 has 2 top 3 match accuracies to his record, one of them being that 100% match accuracy where he faced off against Zach Burkett. And as I mentioned earlier, Zach Burkett also had a 100% accuracy match, but because of checking down to multiple choice, he loses by that 1-point margin. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Not sure exactly what we're going to be doing the next couple weeks, but we do know that the Season 9 reboot is about to get underway. We got confirmation at the end of the awards show this past Friday that our pay-per-view event, which is supposed to premiere here at the end of the month, will be the rubber match between Kevin Smets and Chandru Dandapani. That one is certainly going to be an exciting match for sure, so be sure to be staying tuned for all of that, and any updates that come up, I will be sure to let you guys know. Otherwise, I'll be back here on next Monday talking about any cool and amazing stats that I find. If you haven't already, please make sure that you have hit the like button on this video, that you are subscribed to this channel, and you have the notification bell hit so you're made aware every time we drop new videos on this channel. Be sure to check out all the other videos that we have here on this channel, as well as the shows that we do over on Twitch. Be sure to also be leaving comments either here on this video or at the socials that are listed down below. I'll be posting all the graphics from this video on the MTS page through Call to Action on Facebook, as well as the Call to Action page on Twitter. But until next time, for the entire Call to Action podcast crew, I'm your host, Megs, and this is After Action Report, signing off.